Hello, welcome to Joey Sewy. My name's Jo and this is my channel. Today we're going to have a really quick sneaky look at my knitting stash and a little knitting update. It is freezing, like literally freezing all over the UK at the moment as I'm filming this. Hopefully by the time you watch this, which will be in a few days, it won't be quite so bad. But at the moment I feel like I need to just wrap myself in all the wool I own. Recently I finished the Redy sweater. I think I put that in the last video that I uploaded. Yeah, I will link to the video that I put it in, and I will link to a video. So I am now casting around for what I will knit next, and I want to knit from my stash because I haven't got a lot of money at the moment and I have a stash of wool. So, you know, what should I do? I should knit from the stash. And I thought I would give you a little look. Now, where it lives in my sewing room is just there, in that drawer that is open behind you. And it's one drawer, so it's nowhere like my fabric stash. So I'm going to give you a little look at that, and then we'll have a chat about what I'm going to knit next. So come over. Here we go. So this is the drawer. There it is. And I'm going to pop you on it. Oh, that's like I planned it. So here is the drawer. Now in the top of the drawer, I've got loads of things I've knitted that I've decided I want to take to pieces. So when I knitted this recently, this started out as quite an early project that I ever knitted. There we go, there's another item. Love the wool, don't feel that the garment is particularly flattering. Same thing here, this is cashmere. Oh my goodness, it is soft. Yes it is. But neither of the things, so this is two things. This is a shrug, to be honest, it's too small. And this is a cardigan. And again, it's a cardigan that just has buttons at the top. And because I'm a pear shape, it really emphasises that. And actually, to be honest, it's also too short. And it was knitted from the bottom up. So yeah, neither is, I love the wool, don't love the garment. So that will get pulled to pieces. Another one, this is kind of a funny, what is that? Cloak, mini shoulder cloak. That's how it's supposed to go, but I don't like how it looks on me. I don't find it very wearable, but love the wool. And then you get in here. I think you need to be a bit closer. So then we have the drawer. A lot of this stuff I've been given. That's more of this stuff up here. I tend to keep it by colour-ish. So over here we've got pinky purpley stuff. Here it's more cream. Here brown and greens. Haven't got very much green. This is a massive monster hank of grey. A little bit of blue. The reason why I don't have a lot of blue in here is because I love blue, so I knit with it a lot. Some grey. That was Rowan wool. That's really nice wool. Got a lovely jumper I made in that. This is more of this fella. Look, there you go. That's more of that one. And some red and orange. So actually, that's not, I don't think that's a very big stash. It's certainly nothing like the crazy stash I've got of fabric. Yeah, probably because I haven't been knitting as long, and because I am much more restrained, and because, as my friend Sue says, I am an unashamed yarn snob, and it's totally true. I am. I'm sorry. I don't like, I don't really like synthetic yarns too much. Not to wear, and it takes me so long to knit things that I took a judgment quite a long time ago that it was worth me paying a lot of money for yarn for a project to get something really beautiful, so that I got my money's worth out of it. So when I buy fabric, I might get a few hours of work out of it. When I buy yarn, I'm going to get a couple of months of work out of it, so I feel I can justify spending more money on yarn. I'm basically a yarn snob, totally. No shame in it. What am I going to knit next? I've got two plans. Don't normally have two things on the go at once, but I might break my rule. Plan number one I'm gonna take this apart. I've got a little bit left. This was originally a Rowan yarn. Rowan is from my hometown. Well, actually it's from Homefirth, but Huddersfield, West Yorkshire. Hooray! And I'm going to make a scarf. I'm probably going to make something very similar to this because I'm loving wearing this. I'm finding it very wearable, and blue is totally one of my favourite colours. So yeah, I think it's going to be a scarf, and because that's quite a simple project, won't take me too long, and I'll probably just make it as long as it will go. So that is number one. I'm going to unknit this. Call it unknitting. I know the technical term is frogging. I call it unknitting. I spend quite a lot of my life unknitting things when I make mistakes. So there's that. And then I think the second thing is this pile of stuff here. I'll bring it closer so you can see. I think what I fancy is making another Redy sweater, so like the one I've just finished, but stripy and short sleeved because I've had enough of sleeves for a minute. It might be cold, but I can layer. I'm not knitting sleeves, and I don't think I've actually got enough to do sleeves. I also don't actually know if I've got enough to do the jumper, but I'm just going to take a leap of faith with that. So stripy, this is I don't know what either of these are. This one I was given. It's quite soft, but I don't know what it is. This one I bought a long time ago, and it has had 2 attempts at being a garment, both of which I didn't like when I'd finished. First time I pulled it apart, second time, of course, irony, I decided I didn't want it, and I've given it to the charity shop, so I haven't got enough. Or actually, no, hopefully I have got enough, but I haven't got the garment left to take it to bits. But yeah, stripy Redy sweater is what I'm thinking I will do with that. And again, there's a link to the Redy sweater down below. The good thing about the Redy sweater is you knit from the top down, so you do know you will get the fit properly at the top before you then run out of yarn part way down. And with the sweater, you also form the sleeves on your way down as well, and I was just intending to form the sleeves as they're made, which sort of makes them a little cap sleeve, and then put a tiny bit of ribbing, so I should be able to get away with that as well. So have you ever seen on Ravelry or on a knitting pattern the phrase WPI, or wraps per inch? It is a way of defining the not really the thickness of yarn, but how far a yarn's going to go, the type of yarn, when you don't necessarily know. And this fella is a wraps per inch tool. I got this online somewhere. It says on it it's Nancy's Knickknacks. No, sorry, Nancy's Knit Knacks. See what she did there? Can you see that? Yeah, out of focus, but you can vaguely see that. So it is wraps per inch around a dowel, a piece of dowel like this, which I guess has got a diameter of about, it's not quite a centimetre. The way you do this, so you have your knitting pattern, and on Ravelry generally it will be defined what wraps per inch you need, and also this comes with this card, so it defines for you what the definition of the different yarn weights are according to the wraps per inch. In American, so do bear in mind that yarn weights are different throughout the world. You probably know that if you knit, and if you don't, you need to know it. So what you do is you catch the, whoa, dropped it, catch the yarn at the end in that little notch, and then you wind it around. Now it's important not to stretch it, so you just wind it. You can't see that, there you go. Laying the yarn next to each other snugly, but like I say, not stretching, not overlapping, and you keep going and you keep going and you keep going. Now there's 3 inches here, which is so that, I'm not going to go all the way, but it's so that if you've got a really thick yarn, you can go all the way along and then divide it so you get an average. But also if you've got a really thin yarn, sometimes it's hard to know. So to get a really perfect measurement, you do all 3 inches and then you divide your number by 3 and you know how many wraps per inches you have got. So with that, even though I have no idea what my 2 bits of yarn are that I'm going to make my next project, I've been able to check that they are comparable. This one is marginally thinner than the other one, but it's really marginal, and they still both fall into the same yarn category, so I think it's going to work. And therefore you can match your unknown yarn to any project that you find on Ravelry. So I use this little tool quite often because I hardly ever buy the specified yarn for a project because I'm trying to knit out of my drawer here. So I hope you've enjoyed that really quick knitting update. I'll let you know how I get along as videos progress, and I'll be back really soon with another video. Please like, subscribe, notify, all of that stuff, and as always, I love to chat in the comments down below. So if you've got anything you want to know, then I'll see you down below. A chair